Good morning everyone. Today I'm going to do part 2 video of accommodation of bills. In part 1 video, I covered two topics under accommodation of bill. I explained you what is accommodation of bill first place, and then I said the three cases, in which the first case was when bill is drawn for the accommodation of one of the party. The second case was when one bill is drawn for mutual accommodation. Now I'm going to do the third case in that. Details of the previous video here. Please watch that in case if you don't find it continuous. Case 3. When bill is drawn by each others for each other's accommodation. Well, we might get lot of miscellaneous type of questions from this area. When bill is drawn by each other for each other's accommodation. Both party draw bill upon each other here. Both party give acceptance on their respective bills. Both party discount each other's bill. And each bill is met, each persons will meet their acceptance. So if they met their acceptance, then the issue is solved there. But sometimes what happened, one of the person will make a default or will be declared insolvent. So then we'll have some multiple cases over there. Okay, so the first question will be a basic one, where on 1st January, X and Y drew on each other a bill of 2000 rupees. On 1st January, X and Y drew on each other a bill of 2000 rupees, payable 3 months date from for their mutual benefit. On 4th of January, they discounted with the bank each other's bill at 6% per annum. At maturity, each other met their own acceptance, journalized in the books of the parties. So first one is pretty much direct. Each other had drawn bill on each other. The bill was discounted and the bill was met on maturity. So let's see how to pass the journal entry for this one. So first, journalize in the books of X. X journal. So journals in the books of X. On 1st January, X and Y drew on each other a bill of 2000. That was the first line of the question. So in X book, on January 1st, BR account data, to Y account, 2000 rupees. Narration, being acceptance of bill received from X. 2. So this is when the bill is drawn. At the same time, X accepts one of the bills. See, X draws a bill, Y accepts it. Y draws a bill, X accepts it. So this is a bill drawn by the first journal is for the bill drawn by X, accepted by Y. So it is BR for X. Second one, bill drawn by Y and accepted by X. So it's BP for X, isn't it? So Y account data, the date is on 1st again. Y account data to BP account. Amount, the same 2000. So both of them have drawn a bill on each other. Now on Jan 4th, X discounts the bill. X discounts the bill with the bank at 6% discounting charges per annum. So the journal entry for that is bank account data, discount account data to BR account. Bill amount is 2000. Discounting charge, if you calculate, it will be 30 rupees. And 1970 is the net amount what X receives. on April 4th. The bill period is 3 months. So the bill is due on maturity on 4th of April. So 4th April, B, the bill which X accepted will be cleared by X. So that means the BP will be cleared. So it is BP account debtor to cash account. 2000. So the first journal is for the bill accepted by Y, drawn by X. The second one is the bill accepted by X, drawn by Y. The first one is the discounting entry of the bill that is being drawn by X. The fourth entry is the clearance of the BP, this one. Clear? Now let's pass journals in the books of Y. Journals in Y's books or Y's journals. So on Jan 1st, X to BP. Y accepts the bill which is drawn by X, 2000. Then Y draws a bill, X accepts. So Y, for by Y it is bills payable then on the same day. So it is BR to X for the same amount. Now this bill is discounted. The bill that is accepted by Y, accepted by X, drawn by Y will be discounted by Y. So Y discounts that bill. So discounting entry, bank account, discount account to BR account. Calculation and amount will be the same since it's for 2000. And on 4th of April, the bill that is accepted by Y will be cleared. So the BP will be cleared. So it is BP to cash, 2000 rupees. So this is what we do when there is no insolvency or there is no dishonor. Now let us see a case where there is an insolvency event. So the next question where there is some insolvency factor involved. X and Y were friends and in need of funds. On 1st January, X drew a bill for 2 lakh rupees for 3 months on Y. On 4th January, X got the bill discounted at 10% and remitted half of the proceeds to Y. On 1st April, X could not send the required sum. Instead, he accepted Y bill for 1,20,000 for 2 months. On 4th April, the bill was discounted by Y at 12% per annum. I think I missed the word, per annum. 12% per annum. Out of this, rupees 7,800 were remitted to X. At maturity of the second bill, due to financial crisis, X became insolvent and only 50 paise in a rupee could be recovered from his estate. Journalize in the books of both parties. So this is the question. Okay, now let's pass journals for this. X journal. Journals in the books of X. Well, I would like to read the question one more time before I start with the X journal. Now, that means X and Y is in need of funds. X drew a bill on. Let me highlight all the important areas from the question. Right. On 1st January, X drew a bill for 2 lakh rupees for 3 months on Y. So it's BP for X, isn't it? On 4th January, X got the bill discounted at 10% per annum. Fine. So on 4th, we need to pass the discount entry. And then remitted half of the amount to Y. So remitted half to Y. So I have to pass a remitting entry here on 4th. So let's do till here first in the books of X. So on Jan 1st, BR to Y. I'm not writing debit, debtor and all that, but I think, okay, fine, let's write. BR account debtor to Y account. 2 lakh rupees. 2 lakh rupees. Then on 4th of January, the bill is discounted. So bank account debit, discount account debit to BR account. Bill amount is 2 lakh. Discounting charges is I would like to see the rate of discount 10%, right? And it's 3 months bill. So I think when you calculate that, amount comes to 5,000. So 1,95,000 is the receipt figure. On Jan 4th, so bill is discounted and then half the amount is remitted to Y. So Y to bank to discount. Y need to bear the discount also. So to discount. ₹1 lakh. Half of discount, so 2,500. So what we remitted will be 97,500. Now we finished so far. Now let's continue the question from there. On 1st April, X could not send the required sum. So on the date of merger, the bill is for 3 months, isn't it? X have to send the remaining amount, isn't it? He couldn't do that. So instead, he accepted Y bill for 1,20,000 for 2 months. He accepted Y bill for 1,20,000 for 2 months. Now this becomes bills payable in the books of X. So this is happening on 1st of April. April 1st. Y to BP. 1,20,000. 1,20,000. Now let us see what happens after that. On 4th April, the bill was discounted by Y at 12% per annum. So on 1st of April, X accepts the bill, and on 4th of April, Y discounts the bill. Okay, and at maturity of the second bill, due to financial crisis, X became insolvent and only 50 paise in a rupee could be recovered from his excess estate. Okay. So on 4th April, the bill was discounted by Y at 12% per annum. We passed the journals for that. Now look at this. Out of this, so Y is discounting the bill, right? The bill amount was 1,20,000. The bill period is 2 months. The rate of discount is 12%. But Y is remitting only 7,800 to X. Now why is that? Because the first bill was for 2 lakh rupees. X drew a bill on Y. Y accepted that bill. X discounted the bill, sent half the amount, right? So therefore, 1 lakh is already settled. So he need to settle another 1 lakh, which he couldn't do it. X couldn't settle the remaining 1 lakh. Because of that, X is allowing Y to draw a bill and X in turn accept that. So X is liable to pay 1 lakh plus any interest accrued on that 1 lakh. Y draws a bill for 1,20,000 for 2 months and then discounts this with the banker. Chalo. Now let's do the calculation for this and get into the amount. Okay. Now the second bill amount was 1,20,000. Period is 2 months. So discounting charges. Discounting charge will be 1,20,000 into rate, which is 12%, into period, which is 2 months. Now if you do this, you will come to know that the amount of discount is 2,400. So that means Y would have received 1,20,000 minus 2,400, which works out to 1,17,600. So this is what Y is getting when Y discounts the bill accepted by X. Now what Y remits to X? Y remits 7,800, right? Okay. Now let us see the proportionate amount of discount that X need to bear. Okay. Now this is the actual amount Y has received. X is liable to pay 1 lakh rupees from the previous bill, and now he is receiving 7,800. So that means X 1,07,800. Let us calculate the proportionate discount that X is bearing. Discount is 2,400. The net amount received is 1,17,600. If the net amount received is 1,07,800, what is the discount amount? So 2,400 into 1,07,800 divided by 1,17,600. And now if you calculate this, you will get 2,200. So the proportionate discount that X will be bearing will be 2,200. Now let's pass the journal entry for the remittance, the 7,800 figure. So that is happening on April 4th. April 4th, bank account 7,800, discount account 2,200 to Y 10,000 rupees. Then on April 7th, the second bill, which is accepted by X, is dishonored, so it will be BP to Y. Second bill dishonored, so 1,20,000 rupees. And then insolvency journal entry. X is liable to pay only 50 paise for a rupee. So Y will get Y account debtor, to bank account, to deficiency account. $1,10,000, 55,000 and 55,000. So the second bill was dishonored. The amount was 1,20,000. But before the dishonor, Y has discounted the bill and remitted 10,000 rupees. So therefore, X is liable for only 1,10,000, not 1,20,000. Alright. So 1,10,000, half of that will be collected half will be considered as a loss. So this is in the books of X. Now let's do it in the books of Y. Y's journal. On January 1st, X account debtor to BP account 2 lakh. This is the first bill accepted by Y. Then on Jan 4th, bank discount to X. X discounts the bill, remits half the amount to Y. So this is that receipt entry. 97,500, 2,500 discount charges, 1 lakh rupees. On April 1st, X could not remit the remaining amount, therefore he accepts another bill. So BR in the books of Y. So BR to X 1,20,000. Now Y discounts this bill and remits 7,800 to X. So on April 4th, the discounting entry in the book of Y, bank account debtor discount account debtor to BR account 1,17,000. I showed you the calculation already. 2,400 and 1,20,000. So this is for the bill discounted by Y. Now Y remits half the amount on the same day. So it is BP to bank. No, BP to bank is the acceptance. Next entry. This will be for the 2 lakh figure. Then on April 7th, the amount remitted to X. X account to bank account to discount amount. The remitted amount is 7,800. Proportionate discount is 2,200. 10,000. Then the bill is dishonored. The bill is dishonored. Is dishonored. Who discounts the second bill? Y. So when the bill is dishonored, Y is liable to pay to the banker, isn't it? So X to bank, X becomes the debtor again and bank account will be credited. And then we collect half of the amount, 55,000 from X. Remaining is termed as bad debts in the books of Y. 55,000 to X account. To X account, which is 1,10,000 rupees. So this is a sum where one more bill is drawn because the drawer was unable to clear the bill. The drawee was unable to clear the bill, so one more bill was drawn, and then he was declared insolvent. So this is a case of this question. Now do watch this once again and work out this sum again. Next video I'll post you a complicated questions on accommodation of bills. Thank you.